Hello everyone and welcome back guys to the finale of Season 2 of the F1 2021 Williams Road to Glory. Yesterday we're here back in Abu Dhabi, the end of Season 2, and what a rollercoaster of a ride it has been this year. Of course, if you missed out on the video that went live yesterday from F1 22, where we raced around the Circuit of the Americas in cockpit cam in the heavy rain, definitely recommend going back and checking that one out. But a massive thank you to all of you guys as well for the continued support on the channel. We're nearing in now on 46,000 subscribers. You know, if you're not already, please do leave a like and get yourself subscribed as well for daily Formula 1 content. But yeah, the finale then of Season 2, 23 races. It's been the longest season I've finished on, well, ever, to be honest, on this channel. Let's have a look at the Drivers' Championship as we head into this finale. Of course, Max Verstappen title wrapped up many races ago now. Hamilton and Bottas, though, still just 2 points between them in the Drivers' Championship there. Sergio Perez still in 4th. Red Bull lead the Constructors. They're 21 clear of Mercedes, so they need a meltdown this weekend to somehow throw that away. Big battle going on for 5th though in the Drivers' Championship. Norris, Gasly and Sainz there, separated by just 5 points heading into the finale. We could jump Charles Leclerc if we had a good weekend there, but that Ferrari car is a whole lot better than ours. Constructors-wise though, we can't gain anything, we can't lose anything either this weekend, so really, yeah, our battle is with Charles Leclerc and his Ferrari. But yeah, final race then of Season 2. Let's get into it here. It's been a while since I raced at Abu Dhabi. Formula 1 is finally back in 2022, and now you can rep your favourite teams. Of course, using the F1 store, every team now has merch lineups available, whether you're an Aston Martin fan, a Williams fan, Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull. The choice is completely up to you. But yeah, check out the F1 merch store down below for all the official releases from all of the teams. And of course, as always, if you use our links as well, you massively help support the channel. So yeah, give it a look and see if there's anything you like. Right, well here we are then, qualifying day back at Abu Dhabi, and yeah, it's been a very long time since I've raced around this circuit there. This will be probably the second to last time, I think, ever I'll race around this version of the circuit as well, of course. F1 2020, or F1 22, sorry, is going to feature the all-new and improved layout, and I must admit, it's going to be a welcome change, at least in my eyes. Never have I been a fan of this version of the track, but I really do think, yeah, the new layout is going to be a whole lot more fun to race on down the line. But anyway, heading out onto the back straight then. Got to try and get this first lap on the board. Running quite a high aero setup this weekend. But the real big issue is we've just got to avoid taking too much curb in the race, because you pick up underbody damage very quickly around here. Stroll goes fastest. I don't think he's going to be on pole like he did in the My Team career mode a couple of days ago, but a good lap by the Canadian anyway, as Perez immediately goes well over a second clear. And the final couple of corners then, really trying to make the circuit as wide as possible there, and at the final turn, shortest run to the line. I actually go slower than Stroll and Ocon by about half a second there, as Gasly's now going to do the weird AI thing, but yeah, we've definitely got a lot more pace that we need to find then. See, at the moment then, with 6.5 minutes left on the clock, definitely not a lap to write home about so far, down in P17 early on in the session there, slower than Giovinazzi. And, no, sorry, not quite slower than Nicholas Latifi. I'm sure he's down in last place there. So, yeah, we need to find a good half a second then on this second run. And being very brave there, maximising the run through the first couple of corners is immediately going to help start that. 3.5 tenths up those. We now head down the back straightaway. So we are definitely getting a much better lap in up to now. But there is still plenty of places where it can unravel in the final sector of this lap. And that's exactly what I mean. Just nick the curb and it spits the car around in a way you didn't want it to, but we've kept it a lot tidier than we did on the first run, apparently. So we head through the triple right-hander. Still finding time, actually, as we come towards the end of the lap. Just got to keep it clean and tidy. Use the curbs and try... Oh, no, we've almost Latifi'd it. In towards the final two corners we go, though. Might have just picked up a little bit of front wing damage there, which we definitely have. That's going to cost us a little bit of time out of the final corner, but we still improve. Only up to 16th there, but we're a lot closer to where we need to be, and we can definitely find the time.
Car repairs have set us back a little.
And by the time we're back to the pit lane then, apparently, we picked up 3 minutes worth of front wing damage on that lap. Not sure how, but it is going to mean we're not going to be able to get another chance to get a run in here in qualifying. And I mean, yeah, Williams, George Russell's found more pace, so clearly the track is evolving. And that has just screwed us at the end of qualifying. I don't even want to know where I'm going to end up here. Well, the track did definitely improve there. P17 at the end of qualifying for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix there. Russell up in 10th though, so clearly the car has still got good pace. But Charles Leclerc, 2 seconds quicker than me at the end of qualifying. We're going to need a miracle to try and outscore him in the championship. But we may as well just strap a fresh engine to the back of the car and have a bit of fun here. Hopefully build up a bit of a rocket ship. Let's dive into the final race of Season 2. This channel is proudly sponsored by Bybit, the official crypto partner of Red Bull's Formula 1 team. I've been using their platform for my personal crypto savings over the last few months, and when they got in touch to support the channel, I was super excited. Currently, they're offering you guys a special new promo for the first 100 of you to deposit $10 or more onto the platform. You'll get another $10 free. Also, 5 lucky winners will get their initial deposit doubled up to $1,000. That means if you deposited $1,000 onto the platform using my codes below, you could be within a chance to get another $1,000 completely free. We've seen the landscape around crypto drastically change over the last couple of years, and I genuinely believe it holds an important place in our future. However, please be careful as always when trading, as you are liable to lose money. But if you're interested and you're 18 or older, click the link down below to get started and see why Red Bull and myself, as well as thousands of others, trust Bybit as their crypto.
It's the final chapter of the season then here at the spectacular Yas Marina circuit. It's a race where the pole sitter failed to finish in 3 of the first 4 events. A front row start here is by no means a guarantee of victory, so we go into battle once more as we get underway at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We have 21 corners here at the Yas Marina circuit, 12 to the left and 9 to the right. It's a total lap distance of just over 3.4 miles. There are 2 long back straights opening up some passing opportunities into the braking zones, and we expect average lap speeds of around 123 miles an hour. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are 3 main things to worry about there, Crofty. Positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Perez, Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton and Norris, Russell, Ocon, Vettel and Pierre Gasly, Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, Carlos Sainz. They've taken a grid penalty. Mr. Monaco, Mazepin, Mick Schumacher, Nicholas Latifi and Daniel Ricciardo, Stroll and Yuki Tsunoda. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
Okay, let's finish the season with a strong effort.
Right, well here we are then on the grid, ready for the final race of Season 2 from the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix circuit here. Didn't end up taking a fresh engine in the back of the car, thought we may as well just get on with it. You know, the last power unit isn't particularly worn out, and a lot of grid penalties around me means we're in a slightly better P14 here for the start of this race. Got Carlos Sainz alongside me here. Fingers crossed we can get a good run down towards turn 1 there in terms of strategy. Soft, medium, medium, maybe soft, medium, soft. We'll wait and see. It's been such a long time since we raced here. I can't genuinely remember which is the way to go there. But ready on the grid then for the final time in Season 2. 5 red lights. And it's going to be lights out. And away we go there. And Giovinazzi not going as we head down towards turn 1. And we're going to have a look straight at the inside. Doesn't happen often, but I've made a place up. I've made an overtake at the start of a career mode race. There as Kimi Raikkonen and Carlos Sainz get very close through turn 2 there. Ocon and Vettel a little bit further up the road, still side by side as we head down in towards the middle sector on this opening lap. Of course, we've had a couple of decent battles with Sainz recently, as just a tiny bit of contact there. We might have just got away with that, though. Let's just wait and see.
No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
So apparently we did actually get away with contact on lap 1 here then in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, as we're trying to fend from Antonio Giovinazzi down the back straight. And yeah, like I said, we've had a lot of decent battles with Sainz over the last few races, and hopefully that may continue here today. Charles Leclerc still up in P4 there. Love to see him trying to sort of rustle Mercedes and Red Bull's feathers this weekend. Either that or DNF, and then hope we score 5 or more points here, because I think we would take it on count back by virtue of that win. Verstappen leads then, though, at the end of lap 1, as we're just trying to settle down into a rhythm here. Like I said, I've always struggled around Abu Dhabi. Maybe one of the reasons why I don't feature it when we do some shorter seasons. Unfortunately, Season 3 of this Williams RTG will actually have to be a slightly shorter campaign, because I didn't realise, obviously, when I started this season, I didn't think F1 22 would be released so soon. So yeah, we're not actually going to be able to fit either a full 20 or 23 race calendar in before the new game drops. So it is actually only going to be a 16 race series to finish off the Williams RTG on F1 2021. They're just a little sort of public service announcement from me. But one Haas and one McLaren into the pits at the end of that one. I can only assume that's Ricciardo, and then no idea which Haas. We're actually starting to gain now on Carlos Sainz as we head down the back straight. Are we going to be able to have a look up the inside? Yes, we do. And just going to slowly force him out there on the exit.
That brings you up the place.
Team loving that. I'm loving that. Kimi Räikkönen, though, doing a very, very good job on mediums at the start of this race. But we have now got to try and navigate the old Ferrari duo, Kimi and then Seb. On to lap 3 now, all over the back of Kimi Räikkönen then in this Grand Prix. Don't think we're quite going to be able to get a run down this first straightaway behind the Finn, but if we can stick close, we might be able to get a run down the second here. There's just no willingness to risk it on the brakes there, just because of how weird the AI can sometimes be and how brutal sim damage could be. But like I said, though, we seem to get a really good run out down this second back straightaway there, so we will make the move. We'll even get back towards the racing line by the time we slow it down. Up to 11th then, early on, or I might have spoke too soon. Kimi's going to go back underneath me. Can we get a run off the corner there? It is going to be side by side with Kimi Räikkönen down in towards the through the triple right-hander even, I should say. As Carlos Sainz again trying to look for a move. We've got the other AlphaTauri and Williams battling just a little way up the road as well. I'd love to see Russell making a move on Pierre Gasly, but yeah, a lot of places being traded. You know, a lot of people just kind of taking risks in the final race of the year, because why not at the end of the day, I suppose. And I think Pierre Gasly might have a little bit of front wing damage then in this Grand Prix.
Running out of fuel before the end of the race.
No, we're not, Jeff. We're fine. Yeah, Gasly just dropping back slightly from Russell. So it might be nice if our teammate can get a best of the rest result here, as Carlos Sainz just can't do anything against me. Down the straightaways. Can we have a look around the outside of Kimi this time? No. In a word, I could just tell there. His car positioning, he was always going to turn in towards the apex. Kimi there, just kicking out the back end. So we try and just make his life a bit more difficult in towards the final couple of corners. Look up the inside in towards the final turn. Don't see many moves there. But we will say thank you very much, and we will complete the move then on Kimi.
We're seeing a gap form.
Got to make sure we get them in the DRS range of the next car, but a lot of these guys are mediums, so are they trying to one-stop then here in Abu Dhabi? Only time will tell, but it does mean we have to try and pick off cars fast. While Sebastian Vettel struggling to put the power down out onto the second back straight, so we will have a look straight to the inside there of the German in his Aston Martin. And now up into P10 once more of the Grand Prix. I think... No, Gasly's on soft tyres there. I was going to say perhaps Gasly's struggling because he's on mediums, but no. Pierre just struggling on his set of soft compound tyres in this GP. We're going to try and drag him to sort of end of lap 8, end of lap 9, depending on when George wants to pit. But yeah, Gasly, I think, has just got a little bit of damage. Is almost putting it in the ball by myself. So there we go. Gasly into the pits then at the end of that lap. And Ocon just getting a little bit tripped up by that. And then big kick a wheel spin out the final turn.
You'll be on the mediums.
to just blip off the throttle slightly there, but can we now stick close to Ocon and make a move? This one is going to be a fairly simple done deal then in this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. They're losing a little bit down the back straight, but yeah, Ocon with no DRS of his own, we should be able to get a really, really good run there. The power unit we've got now in the back of this thing, mighty fast as we head down the back straight. Round the outside we go. Going to just about get it slowed down on the anchors. And we will now move up into P8 then of the Grand Prix. So really, early laps here have actually been quite impressive. Pretty much back to where we should be in this race. 3 seconds behind George Russell. I mean, theoretical pace means we should be in a bit of no man's land.
3.0 seconds.
Let's see if we can close up the gap to George, though. Race pace, a lot better than qualifying pace, apparently. Not sure what's happened to Ocon, then, in this Grand Prix. He's boxed at the end of that lap. There was definitely no contact between myself and the Frenchman. But he dropped like 3 seconds in the middle sector.
In this lap, push now.
Well, the gap to Russell, then, isn't really going up or down there as well. Just running a little bit wide through turn 1.
Behind us is lapping faster than us by around 1 second per lap.
But yeah, now Seb is no longer stuck behind Ocon. I think we're starting to see the transfer of pace now between the softs and the mediums. It's just a shame, you know, the likes of the McLaren of Lando and Charles Leclerc and his Ferrari are kind of just dragged along by the Mercedes in the DRS train here. Just not allowing us any sort of opportunity. No, I want to dream big.
I think you're going to start losing some tyre grip around now.
Yeah, we're definitely going to box, though, either end of this one if George doesn't, or end of lap 9 if George does pit in now. Williams very much put all their eggs in this one strategy basket, but that was not fun. Obviously, George had to. He qualified just inside the top 10 there. One of the worst positions to qualify here in Abu Dhabi, especially when you consider how close the midfield are. The Seb is just taking time out of me. There we go, Hamilton into the pits a little further up the road. I mean, really, George should be boxing this lap and then I come in the next one. I think that's what's happened. No! Damn! George has stayed out. Oh, no, I couldn't see him. Oh, no! So George Russell hasn't pit then in this Grand Prix. Looks like we've got some alternate strategies going on up the road there. Charles Leclerc on another set of softs. Hamilton on a set of mediums. So maybe Charles Leclerc is about to ruin his own afternoon, but yeah, we didn't pit there. It looks like because Verstappen's come out ahead of us in this Grand Prix, so he's already built up a pit stop margin in the first 10 laps then here. But yeah, if George doesn't pit now, then we're going to have to box, but I honestly thought he was going to pit the end of last lap. Below more cars into the pits then at the end of the next lap. Has George now pitting? Yes, he has. So it was going to have to be a late call anyway last time round there.
Coming in for his stop.
So just still a little bit all over the road.
2.4 seconds.
Yeah, these tyres definitely are at the end of their usable life, but at least we know if we need to, we can take them a little bit further here. Probably going to try and take the mediums to about lap 20 then. And we can definitely go on to another set of softs towards the end of the Grand Prix. I just need Seb to act as a rear gunner for the likes of Leclerc and Hamilton. Well, Charles Leclerc has now made the move on Sebastian Vettel, so we are now battling with our main championship rival here as we head down in towards Sector 3. Let's just keep it clean and tidy in through these final couple of corners as we head back under the hotel. This last sector here at Abu Dhabi, I cannot wait to race on the new version as Verstappen goes fastest. Leclerc trying to look around the outside. Don't know if he just didn't realise we were boxing just yet. As what is going on in this Grand Prix? Bottas there trying to look for a move on Charles. Too busy watching that. We've picked ourselves up a 5-second penalty in this Grand Prix, so fingers crossed that doesn't cost us too much later on in the afternoon. But Seb and Kimi both into the pit lane as well here. So yeah, now we're going to have to really work hard. A 2.4 second stop isn't too shabby as we head back down the pit lane. There goes George Russell.
1 stop to go. 1 stop left in this strategy.
So nice to see, you know, those guys are 2 stopping as well there as Gasly actually has come back out ahead of me in this race as we're going to be racing Daniel Ricciardo on pit exit, are ahead of the McLaren. He should be rather quick as now some nice fresh rubber to put some good laps in. Going to go, like I said, to about the end of 20 and then we're going to go back onto softs to the end. But now a 5-second penalty is going to make this difficult. Might be able to serve it though at our next stop. I can't quite remember. Right, can we now stay close to Pierre Gasly to try and make a move then in this Grand Prix? Going to be about 6 tenths back as we head out onto the back straight. We've got plenty of battery at our disposal. You can see the AlphaTauri getting bigger and bigger just in front of us here. Surely we're going to be close enough to have a look for a move there. Gasly goes defensive, so we'll steam round the outside, get the car slowed down, get it on the second apex, slam the door, just squeeze him out. And that was a textbook move here in Abu Dhabi. They're back up to 8th then. 3.6 behind George Russell. Pace feels really good on these fresh mediums. Well, we've kind of just had a few laps driving around by ourselves recently, but we are slowly going the right way with George Russell here, and it looks like Sebastian Vettel, no idea what's happened to him, or that whole gaggle of cars, why they've suddenly lost so much time. But this 5-second penalty might not cost us as much as I once worried it would. Got to just try and get close to George by the pit window, though, as halfway through this final race of the year, it went from being very dramatic early on to kind of levelling out a lot at the moment. But bigger picture, Red Bull looking like they're currently doing easily enough to wrap up the Constructors' Championship, way out in front of 1-2 in this Grand Prix. As now my engine warning lights just flashed up. Please don't get 2 mechanical failures in a row. Please. Oh, there we go. Hamilton first car back into the pit, so he's going to be going mediums then to the end of this Grand Prix. As now look at that Lando Norris and Charles Leclerc. Lando Leclerc is certainly a love child I do not want to see in Formula 1. I'm sure there'll be some Twitter stands loving that one. But yeah, we're now trying to close up to George. But yeah, Lando and Charles though, now out of the DRS from Bottas, so they might struggle a bit. Slightly fresher rubber than our teammate, and a car setup that seemingly really likes these mediums. Can we make a move work on our teammate George Russell? Haven't had many battles this year, and hopefully this one today is not going to last very long either. To the outside, we'll hold the racing line just so I get it slowed down. They really chucked it into the corner, but we get it stopped, we make it work, and now back up into P6 then of the Grand Prix for now. Best of the rest. There we go. Charles Leclerc into the box.
You'll be on the softs.
Might be close to Bottas actually on pit exit now. We're going to be... Ooh! Apparently we're going to be all over the show on Bottas's pit exit, but we do hang on to it. So back at me though as we head down the back straightaway here. Perhaps we are going to get a good battle with our teammate George Russell, as he's going to be able to make the move work. But again, we should get the DRS off the corner. Perhaps we're just going to come right back at him there. We always need to get really nice traction actually out to the second part of the back straight. As to the inside of Russell we go once more. And there we go. Trading places with our teammate here in the finale. Love to see it. And hopefully, long may this battle continue, but please don't come together. You say George has just boxed into the pits. Yes, he has. So I was worried we were going to trip over each other. George Russell back into the pit lane though at the end of lap 19. We're going to be boxing at the end of this one. Yep, Jeff's spot on there. Weird that Jeff and I see eye to eye, but I guess stranger things have happened on F1 2021. We just got to make sure we don't lose any time as Leclerc gains.
8.0 seconds.
Leclerc now closing as we head down in towards the final sector. Final laps here of this medium stint has gone pretty well actually. I was really debating whether just going on to another set of the mediums to see us through to the checkered flag, but we may as well try and have a bit of a pace advantage, get the gap up to Russell, and then just try and hold on to the very end. Are we able to get it slowed down this time? Yes, we are. And it looks like we are going to serve the penalty in the pits then, so that's actually quite alright. Means we can chase Russell down to the end of the Grand Prix there. He's got Ricciardo all over his gearbox as well, so we should come out around the Aston Martin and the Toro Rossos behind him, as the team not ready on the jacks at the end of the 5 seconds. 7.7 seconds stop. He's going to put us a little bit further back. But at least we don't have to worry about playing mind games with George. We've just got to try and get back past him on the road there. So I said we were going to come out near an AlphaTauri, and that's exactly what we've done. Just ahead of Pierre Gasly, but now the gap exactly 5 seconds up to George. Let's get him.
We're trailing our teammate by 4.5 seconds.
Only half a second taken out of George that lap then. See just how much we're pushing there, using up all the track space as best as our ability. Make sure we use all the battery every lap, everything like that, but give ourselves enough fight for the end. Oh, we got yellow flags out. It's one of the Aston Martins dropping to the wayside by the looks of it, or have they just span? I think they might just have span here. We're not going to quite see the theatrics we did in the real life Grand Prix. But yeah, 6 laps to go though. Gap still 4 seconds. We're not taking the time out of Russell. These soft tyres aren't working. And I think, to be honest, with just over 4 laps to go of the GP, that was a lot of curb through there. The only way we're really going to get close enough to George Russell and Daniel Ricciardo is if they start battling with each other. I never thought I'd want to see the Australian battle our teammates so much. Williams versus McLaren in this finale, but it's the only way we're going to get close. It's so weird. On the one hand, I don't want Ricciardo to get a run on George Russell. On the other, I would just love to get in this battle with the pair of them late on in the day. Their gap now under 3 seconds, but with 3 laps to go, it's going to be a tall order still. In towards the final 2 laps then of the Grand Prix. I was even hoping if we could just get some DRS on Ricciardo, might be able to do anything late on in the afternoon here, but I think we are just going to be a bit too far away to really do anything in this finale here in Abu Dhabi. Just both of them absolutely on it still. Like I said, the only way we're going to get a run is if Ricciardo sticks a nose in and they both go side by side through a handful of corners and cost each other time. But at the moment, I think, to be honest, these tyres are just hitting the cliff once more. We might have picked up a little bit of chassis damage as well. I'm still actually under on fuel late on in the day. Their tyre temps are fine. But I think, yeah, just the control electronics slowly wearing as well. I think we're just not going to be able to do anything here, I'm afraid. Starting the final lap then of Season 2 here of the Williams RTG. And what a year it has been on F1 2021 there. We took the first win back for the team in Singapore. We almost won again in Mexico later on in the year there and could have had a really good result in Jeddah, but unfortunately just things got in the way. A few mistakes late on in the campaign as well there have hindered us, but it's been a pretty good successful campaign. We have thoroughly had the better of George Russell throughout a lot of this year as well. There is now Pierre Gasly, who's again been a standout performer like he always is on F1 at 2021 there. The fireworks are out. Max Verstappen, already champion, wins here in Abu Dhabi to confirm Red Bull as Constructors' champions. A dominant 1-2 there by the Milton Keynes-based squad. Means, yeah, for the first time since 2013, they are world champions there. Mercedes, they tried their hardest this year, but they just couldn't match Red Bull and Verstappen's consistency there. Looks like George Russell will hang on ahead of Daniel Ricciardo, though. I thought Ricciardo might just be biding his time, ready to go for a last lap move there as Pierre Gasly now all over the back of me. But yeah, not the best qualifying session here in Abu Dhabi, but we've really recovered it in the race. They actually had a lot better race pace than I thought we would with how unlucky we often get around this circuit. Around in the final few corners here in Abu Dhabi, we have just about recovered enough fuel at the end of the day there, but it is only going to be P9. George Russell comes through best of the rest though, so I guess we can be happy with that. And at the end of the year, it's another successful campaign finished with Williams.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
It's been a roller coaster season then, but they can go into the winter with their heads held high after an emphatic victory here today. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win. Some amazing talent out on the track today, but Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Well, Crofty, Daniel Ricciardo would have to be my driver of the day. It's less about what he did right, but how little he did wrong. Perfect driving.
And it's another title in the bag for Red Bull. After a long and hard-fought season, They built an astonishing car this year, and the glory they'll be taking back to Milton Keynes is fully deserved. Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Well, there we are then, guys. The end of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and it is Max Verstappen who crowns himself world champion there. Already had done, but finishes the year with a bang there. Red Bull 1-2 certainly sets the tone as we head into Season 3, but I'm hoping, Williams, we can finally sort of rustle Red Bull's feathers there. Bottas P3 ahead of Norris, Leclerc, Hamilton, Russell in 7th there, and Ricciardo, very good recovery, actually. Remember, he pit at the end of lap 1, so he effectively one-stopped that race and managed to still score some points there for McLaren. Myself and Gasly round out the top 10 there, and you can see the rest of your finishers. Carlos Sainz just couldn't make an impact after qualifying there. Means championship-wise, Bottas, of course, does re-jump Hamilton in their battle for P2. Russell also jumps back past Sebastian Vettel there, which is 1 point behind behind Kimi Räikkönen even at the end of the year. We couldn't get close enough to Charles Leclerc, but, you know, with the exception of Gasly, us two being very, very consistent there, you know, sort of really out pushing the car throughout a lot of the year there. No other major surprises, I don't think, looking at it. Lando Norris did end up finishing P5 there, had a Gasly and Carlos Sainz there. It was a day where none of the underdogs really managed to sort of cause the final upset that I think a lot of us had hoped for there. Constructors-wise, though, Red Bull 42 clear of Mercedes when all is said and done there. McLaren do hang on ahead of Ferrari, and then AlphaTauri hang on ahead of Williams there. Alpine, Aston Martin, and then Alfa Romeo and Haas both failing to score throughout the entirety of the campaign. But thank you all so much for watching this video and this season, of course. If you have enjoyed it, please do make sure you leave a like and get yourself subscribed. We'll be back very, very soon to kickstart Season 3, the final season of the Williams Road to Glory. You guys do not want to miss that. None of these videos would be possible without the help of our channel members, so a massive thank you to all of the names you see on your screens currently for helping support the channel. You can join them by clicking the join button down below, and yeah, thank you once again to everyone that continues all the insane support on my work.